Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking for Mary Jimmie Shinn, and she went missing in 1978 from Magnolia, Arkansas. She was only 25 years old. She was 5'6" and only weighed 118 pounds. She had several jewelry pieces, including a custom designed gold necklace with 3 diamond pendants. Her vehicle has been accounted for. So it says brown hair, brown eyes. She has a scar on her left cheek and a birthmark on her forehead, and her nickname was Bobo. Shinn was last seen in Magnolia, Arkansas on July 20th, 1978. She owned an art studio on Magnolia Street and taught regular classes there. She was trying to sell a house on East McNeil Street and had advertised about it in the newspapers. Authorities believe she showed the house to an unknown man at about 4 p.m. on July 19th. He reportedly wanted to trade her house for a parcel of land he owned on Taylor Highway, 9 miles south of town, but Shinn didn't seem to think the transaction would go through. At 11 a.m. on July 20th, however, Shinn got a call from the man, and he said he wanted to see the house again. He told her his car was in for repairs and he needed to take a cab to East and McNeil Street. They agreed to meet at the Easy Mart across the street from Shinn's art studio, and they would go together to the house at East McNeil Street. Shinn told a friend to expect her back at 1:30 by 1:30 p.m. She has never been heard from again. A carpenter who'd been working across the street from the house Shinn was selling recalled having seen her with a man on the day of her disappearance. He placed the sighting between 10:30 and 11:30 a.m. The man, I don't think they worded that right. He described the man as a Caucasian, 25 to 28-year-old man with dark brown collar-length hair, a medium-length beard, and mustache, 6'1" to 6'2", 215 to 225 pounds. The man wore a mesh baseball cap and drove a green Pontiac with a lighter green vinyl top, possibly a 1969, 1970, or 1972 Bonneville or Catalina model. Police are uncertain whether the man the witness described actually had anything to do with her disappearance. However, a neighbor who took his lunch break at 11:30 a.m. that day closely resembled the witness description, and they think the carpenter may have seen him instead. A more promising sighting came from a young girl who was at the Easy Mart at 11 a.m. the day she disappeared. She said a man came in and asked for a quarter to make a phone call, spoke on the payphone for 5 minutes, and left. Because this corresponds to known facts about Shinn's disappearance, investigators believe the man this witness saw may have been the man who was supposed to meet Shinn. He is described as Caucasian in his mid-20s with dark curly hair, approximately 5'8" tall, and 185 to 200 pounds. Shinn's blue 1976 Buick Special was found unlocked with the keys inside it at a Smitty's grocery on the afternoon of her disappearance. 2 employees at the store said they saw it there at 1 p.m., but the police didn't secure it until 5 or 6. A photo of the car is posted with this case's summary. By the time law enforcement got control of the vehicle, several people had been inside it and may have disturbed a potential crime scene. Authorities stated the items found inside the car indicated Shinn hadn't left on her own accord. There was Shinn's navy blue denim purse emptied out on the driver's side floor with its contents scattered, Shinn's white canvas sneakers pushed under the gas and brake pedals, a pair of sunglasses, and a novel. Shinn's wallet was there with some cash inside, but her address book was missing. The rear left fender of the Buick had deep scratches in the paint, and inside the car were seeds and bits of grass. Investigators believe it was driven into a meadow. The man Shinn was supposed to see on the day of her disappearance has never been identified. Although various suspects' names have surfaced over the years, in spite of an extensive investigation, there has been no trace of Shinn since 1978. Foul play is suspected in her disappearance. So let's see. And this is where it shows where she went missing. So you can see the area, the states around it. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. So you can see, if they took the freeway, if he took the freeway anywhere, I don't know. There's also lakes and stuff near there, so. Okay, so this is her on the NamUs. And it says married, Jimmie Shinn, Magnolia, Arkansas, 25 years old, 5'6", 118 pounds, 25 years old. And it says she was called to show a house to an unknown male subject. She was a real estate agent. She has not been seen or heard from since that time. So this says she was a real estate agent, and the other one says she was selling her house. So, I don't know. And there's a photo of her. And then looking for unidentified females. So there's an unidentified female that was found in Port Orange, Florida, February 12, 1980. 5'6", 25 to 40 years old, and probably 30 to 36 years old, approximately. This says 5'2" to 5'3" here. There it says 5'6". So I don't know when it changed or what changed or why. So, and here's a photo, and I can compare her photo to that photo, and then I'll compare it to a couple of other ones. There's this one, and this one is of the same person. And I think that's the only ones with photos. So, and then we have this one, Weeki Florida, March 19th, 1981, 20 to 30 years old, 5'4" to 5'6". And this was, they were found on the property of, why can't I remember that serial killer's name? Hold on, I think I can look it up real quick. Anyway, there were several bodies found. One of them was from Ohio, and he had traveled and gone to different places. And here's a picture, and this is the other picture. And hold on, because it's interesting, because now that I'm thinking of the description that they used to describe him, Billy Mansfield, that's what his name was. Hold on one second, because I didn't even, Billy Mansfield. Hold on. The arrest photo right here. See? See his hair in the, so then you go back and look, and it says, the description was, the carpenter who had been working across the street from the house recalled her having been with a man, and he said he was Caucasian, 25 to 28 years old, with dark brown collar-length hair, a medium-length beard, and mustache. Okay? Look at that. A medium-length beard and mustache. Collar-length hair, maybe. I can't tell for sure how long his hair is, but here it looks like it could be, but it might be in a ponytail there. So, and he does look like he's kind of tall, so I'm not sure how tall he is, but that's interesting, because now that I think about it, I was thinking, that's probably not going to be one. That might be her for this one and this one. But then you read the description of the man from the carpenter, and maybe it wasn't the neighbor, maybe it was that man, right? Because it could have been. So, okay, and then we go to this one, unidentified female, Temple Hills, Maryland, June 18th, 1990, 18 to 30 years old, 5'5" estimated. Let's see. The subject was found along a hill lying in tall grass. Not recognizable. Near a complete skeleton. Black hair, though. So, possible mixed race. And then we have Brooklyn, New York. That's pretty far away. March 29, 1993, but most of them are 18 to 25 years old, 5'6". Skeleton found on a hillside near Long Island Railroad. So, and there's some more information about that one. And Houston, Texas, November 14th, 1999, 20 to 30 years old, 5'6", 112 estimated, unidentified. So, and then it's got the clothing that was found with the body. And then I went through and looked at the Doe Network just to look for pictures of people, and I checked, Arkansas, and then I thought I'd check Texas and a couple of other states that were nearby. And there's this one, November 28th, 1980, 1 or more years prior, skeletal, 5'3" to 5'6", 23 to 47 years old, extensive dental work with gold and silver filling, probably wore braces, probably had worn braces. So, and then it says where she was found. And there's a couple more. Danbury, Brazoria County, Texas, 1979 to 1980. Cause of death unknown. She was found in 1980, 18 to 25 years old. So there's the information about that one if you want to read it and pause it. And then we have this one, and she was found in San Antonio, Texas, July 26th or 27th, 1982. Partial skeleton. Height is 5'2" to 5'6", and so you can read more about that one if you'd like to. And then we have this one, and this one I thought looked very similar to her. So we'll look at this one. So you can see, to me, I thought that one looked very similar. And this one says discovered December 3rd, 1982 in Louisiana. Estimated date of death 1982. Partial skeletal homicide. 33 to 44 years old. I don't know how old she would be in 1982. If she was 25 in 78, that's 4 years later, so she'd be about 29. Let's see. Left forearm was possibly amputated, previously broken nose. The victim's remains were found near an on-ramp of I-10, December 3rd, 1982. A serial killer confessed to have killing her, but I don't know if I really trust serial killers' information, but I really thought that one looked really similar to her. I just do. And we'll look again. But it doesn't mean it's her, so. And there's him again, so. And I had, so, no, who knows what happened. If you have any information, maybe you heard somebody drinking and talking over the years about what happened to her, and you thought, oh, they've been drinking. I don't really believe what they're saying. That doesn't mean that what they're saying isn't true, because a lot of times when somebody's drinking and talking, it very well might be true. And then later on they'll be like, oh, I was just drinking and talking, But if you have any information about her case or any of these other ladies' cases, because these are all families that haven't had closure and they don't know what happened to their loved ones, or there's unidentified females, they don't know who they are. If you have any information about any of these cases, please contact authorities and give them any information you had. Even if you gave them the information years ago and you feel like, maybe they didn't take notes, maybe they've lost the information from the different ways that we've stored information over the years, and maybe you feel like you want to give them the information again, and maybe you didn't feel like the information was important back then, and maybe now you feel like it might be. So any information you have, please give it to authorities. Don't forget to pray for their loved ones and their families, and please feel free to leave comments. And thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.